like a mother. My check 1, 2. Yeah, hey, hey. I thought I told you today the devil won't win. Tried to test me, but that be the sin. But then again, I'm thinking they be trying to go ahead and test me, but I provide you with enough heat. Don't take the back seat. Gotta reflect, you better get with rapid beats. That we stepping on the field for real. If you really don't know, 33 is the real deal. Kinda like the risk skills, you knocking them out. You better really mind, protect the dog. The realest that you ever saw above the law. Shout out to everybody that think that they heard. When third come through with up like a bird. If you don't know, yes, we squabble off birds and beat up third. I crush words and syllables. Yes, I'm really just giving you little sneak preview. Let's be the heat like I said, third degree rule. Take it to the street when I speak this broken league and I just flow the days and I'm about to go and blow like a grenade. Terminate the lady. Yo, that's kind of crazy. Why the hell do you really try to hate me? Is it because I'm on Fridays trying to prosper and you just look back just like pasta? I mean that be the carbs and the calories. You better burn them. If you don't learn them, the turn the feet, go and turn them. And we about to go ahead and just turn them. I mean, they must be smoking that churn, thinking that they stepping up to me. I'm kind of like Big Worm. No, you're looking like Big Burn. If you fuck with us, we'll just put you in the urn. Make no turn. You really don't want none. I got the lyrical gun to all my sons. Any competition, yes, we just watch them. And we about to take it from the top to the bottom. So we just drop them. That being the 3 cent. And you're not looking decent. You better get your recent hate up. Because we getting our papers. And we about to go annihilate you. What? Yeah. What's good? What's good? What's good? Are you seeing
my brother?
Man, I'm here, man. The devil was trying me today, but the devil has been defeated, and we are live. We're here in person. We're making it work.
That's what's up. Is my sound good? I'm trying to make sure it's not.
Hey, you sound real good.
All right, because you sounded a little distorted on my side, so I was trying to make sure it wasn't me.
Ooh, we might check how my sounding now.
Hold on, let me. I'm trying to. Yeah, it's still a little distorted even on the. But let me see. We keep going. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound clear. Let's get it.
Okay. Hopefully it's all good. But good people, make sure you hit the like and the share button. Like I said, hey man, we just getting it today. We getting it. How you be?
Oh man, beautiful, man. Beautiful. I can't complain. It's summertime. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of work out there to do. You know what I mean? But we save it all for Friday.
We save it only for Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, is your Wi-Fi popping? Is it good? Is it straight?
Yeah, I'm straight. You straight now. You straight.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure.
You had that Melvin Wi-Fi going for a minute, but I think you good.
Yeah, see, I know it. Now we've been having man, they had a pop-up tornado yesterday, just out of nowhere.
Man, for real?
Yeah, and then it's been some bad weather pretty much all week, so a bit off and on. So I wanted to make sure my Wi-Fi wasn't tripping. Shoot, I paid. Hey, Spectrum, y'all better get it together. You know what I'm saying? I paid my bill now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I'm trying to get folks, man. They're trying to get folks.
That part. But nah, that's it, man. It's been a blessed week. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoying life, man. Spending time with the fam. What about you, man?
Man, I'm just glad it's Friday. I have bills to pay, man. I got paid a little early, and it just seemed like my check evaporated. So I'm like, I get through one more week. You know what I'm saying? Folks like to make jokes and say people are broke, but that's only till Tuesday. So I'm just trying to.
What you said, only till Tuesday, huh?
Broke till Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
Are all your bills paid?
Yeah, for the most part, the ones that were due.
All right, then you ain't broke. Broke is when your bills do it, you still can't pay them. That's broke. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Rob? My Hebrew brother. Hey, well, according to some folk, you know.
That's what I consider broke. I ain't broke for my bills paid. It just means I need to stay in the house that I paid for. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man.
I
guess if we ain't got enough money to stuff our cheeks full of pasta so we can look fat like Don Corleone, I guess folks is broke and they ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Last time I checked, if you got some streams of income, you know what I'm saying, you ain't broke.
That's it. That's all. But, you know.
While I'm talking to you, I probably earned another penny from a stream. You know what I'm saying? So heavily. My life was full of streams.
Hey, there you go. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Compound interest. You know what I'm saying? A penny saved every day over time multiplied, man. You'd be a millionaire. So don't have any disdain for the pennies either, man. Man, they all count.
Hey, man, I take my pennies.
That's it, brother.
Well, nigga, I like the way you do business.
Hey,
so,
man, you know. Yeah, I mean, I may not be as great as others when it comes to business, but you know, I got a good handle on this thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got to, you know. Let me stop.
My fellow Hebrew brother, you might want to come on for this one. I got the link in the description on Facebook and YouTube. Shout out to the YouTubers. Always gotta give you guys love. All 10,000 of y'all. On Facebook, all 7,000 of y'all on one page, all 5,000 on the other page. You know what I'm saying? Always got to give you love. Make sure you guys are hitting the like, share, and subscribe button. Make sure you guys are engaging. If you guys are watching on Facebook, just hit that button, tap the like, tap the hearts, all the engagement that helps. If you see the stars, go ahead and donate some stars. Hey, donate to United Negro Rhyme Foundation. No, United Negro Rappers Foundation, because a rhyme is a terrible thing to waste. I need you guys to help me out so I'm not broke till Tuesday, and then maybe we can get some puffy cheek folks to stop hating on this. You know what I mean? Maybe we can pay some light bills or something. Maybe I could take a cruise around the corner if you just donate some stars, please. Just donate.
My God. All right.
I need to put some cheese on my burger. You know what I'm saying? We'll make it vegan. I just need to put some cheese on my burger, please.
This guy here. This man here.
Oh, vegan burgers be hard though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the right one and season it right, they be hard.
Hey, truth be told, man, the Slutty Vegan, there's a couple of them out here, but Slutty Vegan be popping.
I heard. I can't wait to experience that when I come to the A. I'm going to get my shrimp and grits, and then I will try the Slutty Vegan, so shout out to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Slutty Vegan be popping. Their fries good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That be my judging of a spot sometimes, man. If your fries is whack, all with the exception of In-N-Out, because In-N-Out fries is trash, but you know what I'm saying?
They get cold real too quick. We were just talking about In-N-Out, man. They get cold way too quick.
I've seen it. America has spoken. But when it comes to the fry game, they need to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? They fries is garbage. But you know what I'm saying? The burgers be hitting. But Slutty Vegan, they got some good vegan burgers, man. So, I probably go through there like once a month when I'm on that side of town. Because it's kind of out the way for me. But, it's like 20, 30 minutes for me.
Right.
But, you know what I mean? I'm not finna drive to go get no Slutty Vegan for real.
Where's the dedication, man?
No, I mean, I support when I go through. I think I done bought a shirt from it because they got a little merch up there, that you can buy and stuff. So, I mean, right. I support my sister. She be doing big things. I always try to catch her lives. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pinky. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Slutty Vegan Pinky, not the other one for you freaks. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man, you sounded kind of ratchet, so let's just go ahead and just break into some ratchetness, okay?
Let's get it.
What's
good, y'all? It's your boy 30 Green. We're back with more ratchet news. Well, some of it's ratchet, some of it's not, but we still got to speak on it. So let's go.
Well, let's start the ratchetness off right.
Theater ceiling collapses on woman watching Final Destination film. Talk about freak accident of choice, right? Maybe it's a premonition we shouldn't be watching that movie. All right, moving on. Billy Joel cancels all tour dates following diagnosis of brain disorder, NPH. Prayers out to him and his family, sending healing energy his way. Moving on. They're saying that humans could be living forever by 2030. Nanobots might make us immune to every disease. Hey, bring it on. Moving on. Speaking of which, Japan has developed the world's first artificial womb, making it possible for embryos to grow entirely outside the human body. This is only going to give credence to another community. We'll discuss that another day. Moving on. Congrats to Travis Hunter and Leanna on their marriage. Big dummy. And he has no prenup from what I heard. And I think that was one of the hugest mistakes, man. She's after you dope. Moving on. As you can see, the internet is undefeated. Now we can move on. May 25th, we're remembering George Floyd. May he rest in peace. They're saying comedian HaHa Davis was arrested on domestic violence charges in Michigan. Hey, sending prayers out to that dude. Hopefully he gets that situated. Moving on. Texas lottery winner speaks out on delays and the 83 million prize payout. I lost a lot of faith. I would too if I haven't gotten my 83 mil by now. Moving on. It's being reported that the Michael Jackson biopic is now expected to have 2 films. The first film reportedly ends with MJ leaving the Jackson 5, played by his real nephew. I can't wait. Can they just hurry up? Can they release it this year instead of 2026? But hey, I guess we gotta be patient. Moving on. Woman says she's going to start stealing after her food stamps got cut from $738 to $85. I don't kind of blame her on that one, you know what I mean? But hey, moving on. Hey, well, here's a thought. Maybe get a job. Hey, moving on. They're saying Crazy Sexy Cool, the TLC musical, set to premiere in 2026. That should be dope. I wonder who's going to play Left Eye. Moving on. Billie Eilish won all 7 of her nominations at the AMAs. Dope. I still don't know a song of hers by heart, or maybe just to my ear, but I'm going to get familiar with her because she seems like she's dope. All right, moving on. Hundreds of Angelinos were given transit stipends as the results for them to speak for themselves. That is crazy, right? Moving on. Speaking of AMAs, Taylor Swift went 0. She's an ally, so I hope that she gets it back up, put out some dope music, and let's go. Just stay away from the NFL. Moving on. I think they're still looking for some of the Louisiana convicts that escaped, but hey, we're going to move on from this one. Kevin Liles accuses Lady Luck of a $30 million extortion over false SA claims. Hey, man, we'll keep you posted with this. Moving on. Capricorn Clark testifies in Diddy trial, alleged threats, kidnapping, and gun incident involving 50. He was reportedly trying to get at 50 with guns, man. Maybe he may have had something to do with pot. We're going to talk about this at a later date. We have to, okay? Moving on. Bringing it back real quick. Remembering Left Eye, her birthday was May 27th. May she continue to rest in peace. I wonder what she'd be doing right now had she would have lived, you know? I loved her in TLC. I loved her just period. So, hey, moving on. Singer Jaheim arrested on animal cruelty charges involving 6 dogs. 6, bruh? Come on, man. Just put out another hit, bro, and get your hair cut. Moving on. Neighborhood hero. Fearless black man kills coyote with his bare hands after attack. I was just telling you, don't mess with the black. If it's my life or your life, you gotta go, dog. But moving on. Kind of crazy, though, because we just talked about Jaheim facing animal cruelty. But hey, moving on. There's a guy pretending to be 50 Cent and he's collecting money. You're performing as him, man. Crazy, right? Moving on. There's a 1,500-year-old African ebony figurine just surfaced from a desert grave in Israel. Man, I want to see that. And I want to know more of the backstory behind it. Moving on. They're saying that there's a new COVID-19 variant reportedly spreading across the U.S. So stay masked up and stay prayed up. Moving on. Day 26Q claims he was drugged up during Diddy Hampton's trip by Dawn. I kind of don't believe cuz. Yeah, but that's just me. Moving on. You big dummy. Moving on. Derek Fisher is saying if LeBron gets a statue, I better get 2 of them. I don't know why you would need 2, but I definitely think he needs 1. But moving on. Speaking of the 10 inmates that escaped the New Orleans toilet hole, grandmother is arrested for sending money to fugitive grandson. Hey, grandmother's love, let her go. She was just trying to help out. Janet Jackson was honored with the Icon Award at the 2025 AMAs and delivers an electrifying comeback performance because she's been banned from TV for a minute, all because of that Nipplegate thing. But nice to see her back on top. Moving on. Yep. Moving on. Joey Badass sample Hit 'Em Up, the most iconic West Coast diss, used Kendrick's flow, said he's seen Kendrick at Diddy's parties, embodied all the K-Dot's henchmen. At one point, will Kendrick respond? And I have a feeling it will be soon. Moving on. African Bambaataa loses civil case, suing him of child SA abuse. So I guess he didn't respond in time. So hey, we'll keep you posted. Moving on. DJ Academics doubles down on his threats towards Ab-Soul in new response. He said that he'll put him next to Nip, King Von, and Pac. I think someone needs to go ahead and just slap the dog taste out of Academics. Moving on. JD Vance says universities are racially discriminating against whites and Asians. I pray nothing happens to Trump, because if this dude takes over, I mean, we're in a world of ish, right? Because he's just as dumb Donald. But moving on. But speaking of which, we are now seeing that this White House is definitely a white supremacist White House. It's the white supremacist White House. Moving on. A Pacers fan was stabbed. Pacers fan stabbed 2 Knicks fans after a bar brawl. What's going on in Indiana, huh? Moving on. I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona. Hey, if you guys remember, this is iconic, so I just wanted to put that up, get a little laughs. Moving on. In-N-Out was voted the best hamburger in America, according to Yelp, and Whataburger was 14. So I'm just saying, moving on. A Secret Service agent suspended after video leak of fight in front of the Obama's house. Crazy, right? Moving on. Jackie Chan says he's ready for a Rush Hour 4, and we all are. By this time, he'll probably be 100 by the time they do it, right? Moving on. They're saying smoke it or eat it. Cannabis is bad for your heart. New research shows. We'll see. Moving on. Monique reunites with her eldest son after years of estrangement. Hope they work that out. Moving on. Shout out to Eddie Murphy's son and Martin Lawrence's daughter for tying the knot. Moving on. Dr. Dre donates $10 million to transform Compton High School. Salute. Bald head, scallywag. Moving on. Money Law is facing backlash after claiming black women dislike her personality, compares it to your raggedy mama and your aunties. Moving on. Last but not least, it's being reported that Trump has commuted Larry Hoover, and this is one of the topics we should talk about. So, hey, let's get ready to kick back and to relax and enjoy the show, and let's talk about it.
He was like, yo, man, my dog keep.
No, that was a good one. You know what I'm saying? I just be laughing at some of this stuff that be out there in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
Mr. JD Vance, and you know what I mean, sir, where is that discrimination happening? Like, I really be wanting to ask these Caucasian people, where are these things happening that you can statistically track that
Right.
people are doing something specifically to y'all? Because I never see it. I don't think anybody ever sees it. Maybe it's because you guys decided in DEI, and the number one beneficiaries of DEI was white women and Asians. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what happened. But they'll probably never say that.
You know they're not.
I'm just saying that's what happened. Y'all say, oh, let's get rid of affirmative action. Then the Asian population in schools went down like 7%. White women went down like 6%. Guess where black percentage went? Nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which means we were getting in mostly on our own merit. So, you know, have at it. Beautiful thing. What else was in there? Hey, man, Jaheim, you better put them puppies first. You know what I'm saying? That's what you better do, sir. How you get arrested for animal cruelty with 6 dogs? I see homeless people with dogs. I think that's animal cruelty. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
Yeah, you know, making your dog be homeless with you. You know what I'm saying? I think that's cruelty. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of agree.
Yeah,
especially if you can't take care of them per se, you know.
Yeah, if you can't really take care of that animal, then that's cruelty. If you out there home, now there may be there's probably a lot of homeless people that actually take good care of them animals. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the one where both of y'all sit on the freeway exit, asking for puppy chow and something to eat. You know what I'm saying? In front of 7-Eleven.
He said puppy chow and something to eat.
I'm saying I be seeing it, bro. You know,
even Rob had to laugh at that one, y'all. Yeah, I feel you.
I be all over the city, man. They be out there with the dog next to him, talking about, man, we just trying to get the dog, me and the dog, something to eat. Hey, man, okay.
Right.
Nah, who was that lady that said only black women hate her? That was crazy. Only a raggedy mama and aunties. Wow.
Money Long, you know, she's dope. She's a dope singer. She got that song Hours and Hours and Hours. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say nothing too bad about her. You know what I'm saying? I just need to know more of it. But I mean, you know, we get hated on by some folks. So, you know, I don't think it's far-fetched. You know, it's just one of those things where you got people, and especially people who look like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is, if it's some type of deep-rooted insecurity, some jealousy or whatever, but people, especially, you know, with a superstar like her on her status, you know what I'm saying? People find something to hate on, or they'll say this and say that, but I just wouldn't categorize like them all to be one thing, you know what I'm saying? But you definitely have a pocket of haters, and we see it a lot of times on Black Twitter, you know.
No, I can understand that. I'm just saying, like, to put that out as a statement is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm pretty sure, like you said, there's a plethora of people that hate you or hate on you. You know what I'm saying? They're not all black, so let's not do that. You know, I'm always leery of people who
categorize advocate a bit, you know, only because she's on a platform where, you know, especially she has an audience, you know what I'm saying? Like, her audience are people who are like this, you know, she has a fan base, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's not going to be a whole lot of, you know, clear folk who really know who Money Long is, maybe. But, you know what I'm saying? But the ones who definitely got made in the shooting ourselves in the foot, you know what I'm saying, with a thought, view, and opinion, you know, they, you know, these platforms, and they vocalize, so I think Money Long is. So, you know, we're only human, so you're going to respond to some degree, you know, no pun intended.
Yeah, I hear you, but it's just hard, you know, if the majority of your audience is black women, and then you say it's nothing but black women hate you, you know what I mean? It's kind of, you know what I mean, a double negative right there. Why not focus on the black women that's loving on you, man?
That's true.
And ignore these quote unquote black women, mamas and aunties that hate you.
Right.
That's just my thoughts, views, and opinions on that one. I thought that was strange, you know, that people do things like that. Like, we don't got enough anti-black hatred out there without us participating in it. That's just my thing.
That's true too. That's true.
Yeah. But, you know, moving on, that Ratchet News was good though.
Thanks, man. We will have a segregated, you know, no pun intended, but I will put the Ratchet News up. I will upload it to, you know, to our Facebook group. Shout out to the DY3 Network and the Drop Your 3 Cent Facebook groups. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are members in that group, don't be afraid to post stuff to promote your business. If you got something, if you want to promote a friend's business, if you have show ideas, just do us a favor. If it's a show idea, like, hey, this should be a topic, or what are your guys' thoughts on this? And so, you know, we'll definitely, you know, represent that, and we'll check it out. You know what I'm saying? But you guys have definitely been keeping the group live and popping. And if you want, send it to your people. You know, there's been some requests that I've been getting too. So shout out to y'all. Again, shout out to the YouTube community. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get thousands of views, you know, per week, you know, from the shorts, from the lives, from the videos. So thank you just for your support. And then, of course, our Facebook crew, our Facebook folks, you know what I'm saying, like the rebroadcasters and everything. You guys really just keep us popping in rotation. So.
Shouts out to y'all.
Yeah. MVPs.
Yeah, man, dropping topics in there, man. Me and Third, we be racking our brains trying to keep up with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And keep the show live for y'all, man. We do. Well, we talk, 2-3 times a week about this show?
Yeah, man. Try to figure out, like, what we're going to talk about today. And then, you know, we'll probably have an idea. Then Thursday, some throws are like a curveball. Like, I had the complete pivot last week. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, it happens. So, y'all help us out. Just put it, if you want us get our thoughts on something, put topic and a question mark. And you never know, we might put it on the show. And if you're brave enough, you can come up here and drop your 3 cents, man.
Yeah. With that being said, good segue. So if you guys want to come up as a guest, we have the link in the comment section on Facebook. We also have the link in the description on Facebook and YouTube. Just know that if you're using your phone, you have to use headphones. They will work. Please make sure that you're at a good Wi-Fi spot, so you got your Wi-Fi popping. Make sure that there's no background noises in the background, because we want to make sure that we hear everything that you have to say. And plus, we don't want music or anything else to bleed into the show, making us look as ratchet as the news that I deliver. Also, too, we have topics here where things can get heated. We got to learn to respect people's points, views, thoughts, views, and opinions. And we're here to gain a different perspective. Your way of thinking could be right, but there could be another way to look at a situation. And so, two people can't be wrong, not unless you're just completely ignorant to a situation. But it's just all love and respect. This is an open, safe platform where you can come and just, speak your mind, as long as you're not preaching hate. Like we don't condone no hate talk at all. Rob says, "Can you join on your PC?" Yeah, you can join on your PC. Yeah, definitely. I encourage you. I'm on my laptop right now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on my PC. That's the only way I get on here, on the PC, man.
Word. Yeah, man.
They used to make fun of me when I used to get on my phone. They would talk about my smoke alarm and why is it so dark over there and all kind of stuff. So I said, let me
I see roaches.
Man, all kind of crazy nonsense. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? So there you have it, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can use your desktop.
You can use your phone. You can use your laptop. You can use your laptop, your PC, your desktop, or your phone. You know what I'm saying? So just click the link. I think even Adoration, she still uses her headphones. You know what I'm saying? Like even when she's on the computer. You know what I'm saying? It helps for a better sound and to keep things popping. So. But just make sure that you're hitting the like and the share button. Please share. Also, too, no eating, on live on screen, because again, we see everything and we want to make sure that you guys should look good. No fighting, you know what I'm saying? No extracurriculars, you know what I'm saying? We want to just make the focal point of the show. Mind you, also as we elevate, we're creating this this segment called In the Hot Seat. You know what I'm saying? Hot Seat Cypher, where we're going to have guests like entertainers, sports figures, entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? Up and coming artists, anybody who has something going on. We want to interview them. We want to get a deep dive into their lives, and we want to definitely help promote and elevate. And as we build this community together of networking and loving on each other, we definitely want to expand and make sure we reach everybody throughout the world. So, so just make sure this is always just love and respect and represent yourself to the highest and best degree.
Absolutely. Good stuff. And yeah, man, don't take us in the bathroom with you. None of that stuff. And we will.
That one time, homegirl was dope, man, but she did take us into the bathroom.
We will clip you up. You know what I'm saying? So let that be known. If you ever act the ass, boy.
So yeah, this is right here is a non-disclosure agreement, or your likeness or image or your thoughts can be used at any given time or point. It's nothing done to be malicious to make you look bad. Sometimes I add stuff to pretty much enhance what's already going on, but I AI generate clips, you know what I'm saying, and they get put out and they get clipped up. Now, like I told you, on Facebook, you know what I'm saying, 7,000 people. On my Third Degree fan page, 5,000 people. On my YouTube, we got 10,000 people. And I'm over like some 5 million, 7 million something views between all of them. So yes, they call me Worldwide Third for a reason. And you can get put out. Your stuff could be popping somewhere in India. We got Adoration out there in like Thailand, Bangkok, and Dubai. You know what I'm saying? It can get put out anywhere. So make sure you're representing yourself to the highest degree.
Hey, man, shout out Adoration, too, man. She said she wanted to become an influencer, man. I've been seeing sis put in the work.
She's been putting in the work, and we're going to help elevate her to that. She's an author. She's an MC. You know, she's just an all-around good person, and she supports from halfway around the world. So if she can support from halfway around the world, there's really no excuse why you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out Adoration, man. I've been
and if you are a hater, get the nuts out your mouth. It's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Just take the nuts out your mouth. But I appreciate you for watching, though, too. I mean, you still supporting your own
haterish way, but just get the nut shot.
Oh my goodness, this guy.
Because they just salted, baby. They just salted, baby.
But what's the first topic, man? I know we on the time schedule, man. You know what I'm saying? You got
we gonna go. I got permission to do your thing. So I'm gonna do our thing. So we're gonna hit a few promos, but the topics that we got tonight, we got Trump commutes Larry Hoover. You know, I had a whole show based off of mental health awareness, you know, as May comes to an end. And I wanted to definitely talk about some topics, but we have to put those on the back burner because Larry Hoover has been commuted by Donald Trump. So what does that mean exactly? We're going to talk about that. Also, too, there's been new body cam footage in this Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lane stuff. You know what I'm saying? Does it prove that he is innocent? Will he get released? We're going to talk about that, too. Also, you know, because, shout out to the Thread community because I posted this up on Thread and got 200,000 something views on it. A woman said she had to quit her job because she couldn't take care of her basic needs like showering and stuff like that. So I love that I posted it on Facebook and on Threads and everything because it opened up a great communication about mental health, depression, or isn't it just an excuse? We're definitely going to talk about that too. So we got a live one. So like I said, the link is in the comment section. The link is in the description on Facebook and YouTube. So let me get into a few. Salty, baby. So Jess, I see Jess is holding it down. You know, she's getting her vanity on. So, you know, she's glorious and luxurious. You know what I'm saying? So she's getting it popping. So we're going to do a few promos and we're going to jump right into it.
Hello, family. I'm Marquez.
Hey, you guys, and I'm Denisha.
We all want the best for our children, right? Security, opportunities, and a future filled with endless possibilities.
That's right, but here's the question. What are you doing today to create that future? Imagine building a business that creates generational wealth, leaving a legacy that grows even when you're not working, showing your children what it means to dream big and take action.
That's right. With PlanNet Marketing, we offer you the opportunity to earn income while still being present with and for your family. We show you how to invest in their future while securing your own and teach them by example what financial freedom should look like.
And don't just tell your kids to dream big, show them how it's done.
That's right. Comment below or
you could just message us for a direct link to our presentation.
Now, y'all remember when I said this, right? They got a Whataburger out there in Atlanta?
Right across the street from my house. They just built it. They just built 2 out here. Jack in the Box is coming out here too.
They need to put an In-N-Out next to that Whataburger so they can show them what a burger is really all about.
I'm just saying.
Now look at this. On National Burger Day, In-N-Out Burger is considered the top burger chain in America based on Yelp reviews. So it's not just me. America has spoken and said so. So I'm just saying.
I'm going to tell you my In-N-Out keeps it simple. You know what you're going to get every time.
Now look at that. In-N-Out number 1. Whataburger 14. So it's not just me. America has spoken and said so.
But let me circle it back real quick. No. Whataburger will not shut down In-N-Out. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Yeah.
You wasted time.
All right, we are back. Facebook, quit flagging and copyright striking my song. I'm doing this clip for you.
I am Edward Third Degree, William Wilson, Wilson Williams. You know, saying long story about the last name, but I am Third Degree. I am the author of said lyrics. I own thy music. This is me. I am Third Degree. Stop copyright striking my songs. You know what I'm saying? Because you take like 2 or 3 weeks for you to clear it, and then by that time the show is already over. So quit. You know what I'm saying? I'm collecting my residuals and royalties for my music. This is for promotion. And if you guys want to bypass the Facebook, well, actually, last month Facebook was really good to me. You know, I got over. I didn't know what's up here in front. The content usage on my music, I'm telling you, people are just finding it and using it for content. You know, so I don't know if it's You Ain't Cute, if it's Hood Rat. You know what I'm saying? If it's my song Cry for Jalen, they using the songs, you know what I mean? Drink on Me, thank you, you know what I mean? But stop copyright striking me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I am the author, I'm the writer, no ghostwriter here. All right, so mind you, if you want to bypass all that, go to kingthird.com.
Hey, man, that's it.
Get you some merch and some music. But yeah, we got a few topics. All right, so we got Larry Hoover. We got Trump commutes Larry Hoover. We got Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. And then we got, the chick that says that she can't function well. So which one are we going to take a deep dive into first?
Hey, man, let's start with the chick who can't function from
what? Let's wait for that one.
Okay, you want to wait for that one?
Yeah, we'll put that one on the back burner a little bit because I want to make sure we get more people in here. Please make sure you guys hit the like and share button. So between the Tory Lanez and the Trump and Larry Hoover,
man, let's get the Tory, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm interested in this one. You know what I mean?
All right. So just as of yesterday, or I think the day before yesterday, Tory Lanez's team put out body cam footage from police that shows Megan Thee Stallion pretty much saying that, hey, I wasn't shot, it was glass. What does this actually mean? And I think I got the clip right here. I think I forgot to label it, but it's right here.
Ma'am, do you think we're gonna go to jail? What's that? Do you think we're gonna go to jail? I don't know. We're trying to figure it all out. As long as you guys cooperate with us and you guys tell us what happened, we'll go accordingly, okay? But if you guys are not telling us, if you guys are, then I don't think... I really cannot go to jail. Okay. I cannot have that on my image. Okay. So how did that happen to you? Glass. Glass? Where? Where we were coming from. But I'm not from here, so Okay.
That's the only place you got shot at? That's the only place you got shot?
I didn't get shot.
Yeah, we are back. So that is the body cam footage that's been put out. There's another footage of him actually in the interrogation room. And they were saying that he was showing concern. He wanted to see how his girlfriend was. I'm still just confused as the next person about this whole story. Was he with Megan and creeping with the friend? Was he with the friend and creeping with Megan? What caused this whole commotion? What caused the shooting? X, Y, and Z. But what are your thoughts on the footage that came out, Quest?
Man, to be honest, I don't know if that's enough to clear him. I think they may have released, how they do. They release what they want you to see. Right. I don't think that's the full extent of the evidence they talking about. But I mean, quite naturally, when you sitting on that curb with them folks in your face, you say whatever you got to say to go home. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think her saying that she wasn't shot is, case turning evidence, in the court. I don't think that's enough to get him out of there. But there is a lot of confliction in the statements, and I did see the interrogation video too. And he didn't look like somebody who just shot somebody. So
Right. Right.
There's a lot going on. You know what I mean? And I think it was in that video, or there's another video. You could hear another witness in the background.
Yes.
You know, saying that the two girls was getting into it, not
Right.
necessarily him. That piece may be, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out why that man wasn't on the stand. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Me too.
But yeah, like I said the last time we had talked about this when this news first broke, before we got videos or any of that stuff. What's the consequences? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If this does turn out to be something that was untruthful, especially now that man got stabbed up 14 times and for being in prison for something that he didn't do. And,
Allegedly.
yeah, you know what I mean? Well, he ain't allegedly get stabbed. He stabbed the shit out of him.
No, I'm talking about for something that he didn't do. We don't know.
Oh, okay.
Again, it's still to be determined as far as that. No, but no, he did get stabbed up. They released that footage too.
Yeah. No, that's I didn't watch that. I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah, me neither.
But no, I was speaking in hyperbole.
Right.
As what if, you know what I'm saying, that all comes to a culmination of not being the actual truth. What are the consequences for the people who put that man there? You know what I'm saying? Because that's a serious, and he's been there. It's been some years, hasn't it? It's been at least like 2 years.
It's been like a year or two.
Yeah, it's been like 2 years, I think. You know what I mean? And that's a long time in prison. You know what I mean?
It is.
Truth be told. So
now, my take is, overall, whether he did or didn't, and like I said, I said it on the show last week. Matter of fact, we're missing the queen, man. I wonder where is the queen good?
Oh yeah, she out there dealing with the kids, man.
I got you, but it's overall. I think again, people are young and dumb. Saying partying is Hollywood. I can tell you from experience, it's new experience. You out there partying, you drinking, whatever. I've never done anything that extreme and that crazy. I've seen some crazy stuff. People make mistakes. Do I think that Tory Lanez deserves a 10-year sentence for a mistake? No. You know what I'm saying? Especially since, nobody lost their life. Nobody was severely injured. Saying the trauma behind it, yes. Saying there definitely needs to be some consequences behind that. But 10 years, I think that's a little extreme, especially if we're playing advocate. If there's evidence that goes against beyond a reasonable doubt, then yes, it definitely needs to be looked at again. And, there definitely needs to be some type of reform, saying whether it's anger management classes, psychiatric classes, on his part, or if he's indeed the assailant, or not the assailant, but the trigger man, needs to be some type of reform, so he can try to learn from it. Now, does this new evidence exonerate him? No. Because again, if you've already been in those situations, especially if you have a thorough girl, she's gonna try to look like she was, hey, I don't want nobody to go to jail, so I'm gonna say what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So on the flip side, though, if he did shoot her and traumatize this girl, I think it's wrong for people to sit up there and to victimize her or to bully her. You know what I'm saying? Like, has she been completely trustworthy or innocent? Truthful in this whole situation? We've seen no. You know what I'm saying? Like, but does she deserve the bullying, the harassment? No, she does not. You know what I'm saying? And she still has to experience this, and we don't know what's going on in her head. We're having to relive this or this and that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So let's just be fair. So if it is some evidence that gives him a fighting chance to get out, then it needs to be heard. And if he gets out based on that, then that's what it is. If he is stuck in there, because again, he did get convicted, he got found guilty. If it shows that he is still guilty, then that's just what it needs to be too. But I apologized last week because, again, I found out the source of that. Just like you've seen in the Ratchet news, Amber Rose was behind it. Well, he didn't do it type of. And I'm sorry, I'm a harsh critic of Amber Rose because, again, I think she's a huge sellout. You know what I'm saying? I don't think mentally she's there. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, again, I'm leaving the room open for her to come on. If she wants to debate me, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Come to the show. But I'm not going to take her word as gospel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely not. You know what I mean? With that being the catalyst, yeah, I'm never gonna cite Amber Rose as my source of information. That I don't think that's ever gonna come across in life. Well, I'm gonna need to pull that one out. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Neither here nor there. I'm just, you know, it is very important that, you know, before, you know, internet moves fast, man. So before you know it,
Really quick.
you know, these headlines, man, before you know it, can, you know, with me being a public figure, I'm speaking more of a, you know, just a person, a normal everyday person, something big like that moving, you know, hundreds and thousands of views in a day, that may not be factually true, can low key destroy somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Or reputation in the world. And it take a long time to get that cleared up and fixed, because, you know, a lot of people see stuff on the internet and treat it as fact, you know, all the time. So, you know what I mean? We all thought Drake was really writing hip hop hits, you know what I'm saying? It turned out not to be true. So, you know, but you can't tell them fans nothing. But you know what I mean? It is what it is. But yeah, back to the story. It's I think it's something that definitely needs to be looked at. I said it when he went to jail, because I was kind of following that story, that you know, the evidence looked shaky. It looked like they were just trying to hurry up and put somebody in jail. You know what I mean? When I first seen it, you know, all the evidence was shaky, and I think, you know, the Queen, when we were talking about it yesterday, she did bring up a very valid point for why he would have jumped in front of that proverbial bullet, you know what I'm saying, to save whoever, whether it was Meg or the other girl or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely, he probably thought, well, you know, if they don't have enough evidence, then I walk free. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what he was banking on, and he didn't account, because he's not from America. That sir, you're black, and there's a gun, and somebody got shot. So we got a body, we got to fill a cell, and you know, that's not really typically how that always works. So I think he's learning now, but I could understand both sides of the argument. You know, if he did, he definitely deserves to be punished. I would have said, you know, like 3 to 5 years would have been a reasonable sentence. You know,
let's say 3 to 5.
Yeah, 3 to 5 would have been a reasonable sentence. He probably would have got out in like 2.5. You know what I mean? But 10 was kind of, you know, absurd, especially if it was just a freak accident or whatever the case was. Shouldn't be playing with guns, first of all. You know what I'm saying? Whenever the gun come out, we no longer it's no longer accidental to me. You know what I mean?
Right, you're right.
Gun safety is hugely important, and just playing around and holding it and waving it and all that kind of stuff, that shit ain't funny to me.
Not at all. Drunk or
don't come around me thinking, oh yeah, look at this. And nah, player, put that away. You know what I'm saying?
It's equivalent to a car. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you make one false move in the car, you can take somebody's life. So yeah, if you over here playing with a gun and you don't know what you're doing, or you thinking you're cool, or you're trying to fulfill this bravado that some men, you know, actually portray, because, you know, their own insecurities. They think they, you know, they think they're cool. They project. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with you 100% on that one.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, well, I people, what y'all got to say, man? Y'all leave y'all comments on that one. I'm curious to see.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Make sure that you engage. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much writing your comments. If you're not going to come on, stay in the comments. We're going to read. We're going to put them on the screen. I know right now Facebook is probably tripping on me right now, because I played my song. I wanted to show y'all last week. I got that copyright strike for playing Hood Rat. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy work. You know what I'm saying? When you go through a distributor, and, you know, what else can you do? You know?
Hey, man. You know what I mean? Got to work that.
That's what I'm talking about, the haters.
Man, for real. No, that's crazy though. But yeah, man, y'all people, let us know, man. I do come back and read a lot of the comments. You know what I'm saying? I might not always comment in the comments, but I do go back and see what y'all say, because sometimes we miss it being in the actual show. So, you know,
Yeah. So let me ask you. So while because Jess was supposed to come on, again she's getting glammed up and dolled up. That's why I wish the Queen was here too, to get her thoughts. But do you think that Meg was actually telling the truth?
Based on that video, or just overall?
Yes. The video.
On the video, no, she definitely wasn't telling the truth. Like I said, I didn't sat on that curb before. You know what I mean? You say what you got to say. When your first question is, hey, am I going to go to jail? It's instantly, what can I say to get out of this? You know what I mean? So I definitely don't think she was telling the truth wholeheartedly right there. She may have been telling portions of the truth, but which portions, we don't know. I think her main priority at that time was to get home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Without the handcuffs. Like she said, she was worried about her image, and she didn't want going to jail to be part of that. So I think, at that time you start to fabricate a story that makes sense to everybody and get you the ability to walk away from the situation. So
right.
I don't
Very
think
true.
the truth at all. So
yeah, like you said, I don't think she was either. I think she was trying to protect whoever it was, whether it was the Kelsey chick, whether it was Tory Lanez, whether it was herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, she was trying to keep it thorough, you know what I'm saying, in that incident, I think you kind of answered the question, do you think he will be free? And it's to be determined. I don't know if it's strong enough. Like you said, that one witness, body cam footage of the witness, I think that might be enough. Like, where was this dude at during the trial? He sounded like he was a foreigner. Shout out to my dude Mike, man, Mike Foy. Saying on my friends list, he's a homie of mine. I met him through my cousin Donald. He just put in the comment section that his apartment was right there. And he was wondering, he's like, yo, what was I doing that night where I didn't see or hear it? Like, yeah, me too, man, because I would have definitely loved to get your take on that one, man. Like, especially if you've seen something, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
probably was like that stuff happened like right in the wee hours. They was already funked up, you know what I'm saying? So it was probably knocked out or something watching TV. But if you heard some gunshots, like blackout, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You must have been a heavy sleeper, bro.
Yeah, I probably would have woke up if it was a real gunshot outside. Hold on, what's going on? But
Mike Foy, if you're watching, bro, we might have to bring you on the show to interview you real quick. You got some questions. You got to come to the front of the congregation. Like, what was you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be the key. You could have been a crucial piece to this case. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, we need to see your Ring doorbell camera. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all the police do. They go grab everybody Ring doorbell camera that'll give it to them.
You feel me?
Some of y'all stop giving up them cameras, man. Them folks saying you ain't got to show them people your camera, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all getting people caught up being just volunteering. Oh my, I got a Ring. I didn't see anything, but I do have a Ring doorbell camera. You want to take a look at it? Hey man, go back in the house. You know what I'm saying? Folks out here volunteering stuff for no reason.
Facebook. I think Facebook put me in jail, bro.
For
they
real?
about to hit me. I think so. They about to hit me like copyright strike, huh? And it's not. I don't think it's going out to folks.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Facebook be tripping.
Let me go, cause I be on YouTube over here.
I'm on YouTube too. I got everything. I got phones going. I got the tablets going. You know, so I'm making sure I'm checking everything. So
you check in on the book and see what they talking about.
Make sure you share it. Adoration's probably traveling to Bangkok or something. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, you know what? So before we get into our next pieces, you know what I'm saying? I got to give a condolences to the son of Brian McKnight. His name is Nico McKnight. Quick story. You know, I know I probably got like a lot of them. You know, saying like there should be a third True Hollywood Stories, or I feel like I'm like the Black Forrest Gump because I've been around and seen some things within Hollywood or just even in entertainment, just being me. But you know, saying Brian McKnight actually was I think a headliner at one of the jazz fests I went to like years ago. And you know, shout out to my family, you know, saying they worked these jazz fests. So, you know, I came through and was there, and he had his two sons with him. He had his oldest one, Brian McKnight Jr., and he had Nico McKnight, you know, saying Nico was on the guitars, and he's extremely talented on the guitar. I didn't even know that he was battling cancer, you know, for the last 2 years, but he passed away today. And you know, of the two brothers, I will say this, and there's no diss or shade, but I just gotta keep it real. Of the two brothers, he was the more humbling of the brother. You know what I'm saying? He was the good energy, good spirit, down to earth. The oldest one, you know, saying he was about to get paws put on him because of his arrogance. You know what I'm saying? Like stepping to one of my family kind of wrong. But Nico was down to earth. He was humble. He was a good dude. Just meeting him, you could just feel his energy, and he was extremely talented. So for whatever discourse happened between you know, his father and him, I hope that they worked it out before he passed. As a father who has lost a son, it is very, very extremely painful to go through. But I can imagine it being even more extremely painful if you weren't on good terms with said father or son. So, you know, I know the internet's going to go wild, see, villainize Brian McKnight. Whatever they had going on between them, you know, saying we don't know because we're not in the family dynamic, so we don't know. From the outside looking in, yeah, he looked trash for how he treated in those other kids, but I hope that they worked it out. R.I.P. to him, R.I.P. to Brian, R.I.P. sending healing energy, sending prayers and thoughts and love to the family of Nico McKnight, because he was a cool down there dude that time that I met him.
All right, that's what's up, man. Shouts out to that family, man. And I'm thinking, yeah, they ain't send me no notification that you went live. I'm tripping off that.
I'm telling you, I see myself live, right? So as soon as we get through with here, it's gonna say copyright. So then I have to dispute it. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as I dispute that one, they're gonna say, "Oh, well, the other one you did from last week has been released." I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been talking about it. I don't want to change my distributor as of right now because, again, you know, the streams, I'm trying to tell you, like, between TikTok and now Facebook, the people using I don't want to lose those numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you've moved over 100,000 units, you know what I'm saying, independent, those numbers look lovely. And when you see those countries that it touched, it look lovely. So to kind of rebuild and start again, I'm kind of on the lazy front. I don't want to do that right now. But
well, that ain't lazy. That's strategic. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Yes. To start from scratch and you already built a large audience and following, you know what I mean? That's a big step. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because then I got to take all my music, bro, upload it, bring it, put it all over here on this another platform, and then build it up with the promotions and all this other things and stuff like that. It's a whole lot of work that people don't know that it takes a lot. You know,
absolutely. So nah, I feel you. Starting over sucks, so
it does.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can figure out this thing, because I think they low-key shadow banning you. You know,
just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Yeah, like I said, haters. You gotta love them, right? All right, we're going to get into a few little promos, and we're going to go into this Trump versus Trump commutes Larry Hoover.
Accomplish eliminating frizz and have that shiny look to your waves, you need a laydown pad. The Wave Essentials is having a sale right now for buy two, get one free. With the little strap on the back, it makes it super easy to lay your hair down, and the plastic on the front helps with laying the hair down and creating that shine. Do this for about 10 to 15 minutes and you'll accomplish that shine and that laydown that you need. Nobody likes frizz, so make sure you go get your laydown pads before the sale is over.
Good stuff.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So, Trump has muted Larry Hoover. He sent the internet ablaze. Oh no, here.
Oh, that's the baby. Yeah, he was trying to crawl up in here. But yeah, man. Sorry about
He's
that.
like, hey man, I'm gonna be a part of this show too, Pops.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to start talking so I can get up on here and get my thoughts too.
Eviction. You know what I'm saying? Go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, this kind of goes towards what I was saying earlier about how quickly stuff spreads across the internet. I seen for the past few days a lot of Larry Hoover coming home, Larry Hoover's free, and a lot of them kind of posts, and that man is not free, and he not coming home. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, there's more. I got a clip.
Go ahead.
Shout out to TikTok. Trump don't. Hey, how about you commute TikTok, Trump? You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out. Here goes a clip.
Presidential order has just shifted the future for a Chicago gang leader who ran one of the most powerful criminal networks in the country. President Trump has commuted Larry Hoover's federal life sentence. Hoover's son posted a photo of Trump's signature with the caption, "Almost home." Hoover, who's now 74, once led the gangster disciples. He has spent nearly 3 decades in a federal supermax prison in Colorado. Trump signed a 2-page order calling for his immediate release from federal custody. He was first locked up in the 70s for murder. In the 90s, he was convicted again, this time for running a criminal empire from prison. Federal prosecutors repeatedly opposed any form of early release. Ron Safer, who led the federal case, says he believes in mercy, but not for this.
I also believe that there are some crimes for which there is no forgiveness. I mean, think about the number of families that he destroyed through the illegal narcotics that he distributed for money.
Hoover is not necessarily walking free. He still has time to serve in Illinois for murder. We've learned Hoover will likely be transferred back to the Illinois Department of Corrections.
Catch the latest on this story at Fox 32 on Fox Local.
Oh man. Shout out to my family out in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Project Slim, you know what I'm saying? Andre Bradley, you know what I'm saying? The Burks family, you know what I'm saying? Like the Thompson family. My Chi-Town people, what's good? Love you, love you, love you, love you.
Slim, where you at, baby? You know what I'm saying? We need
you. Know what? Let me see. I'm a tag him because I definitely want to hear his thoughts on this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what are your thoughts so far? Well, what does this mean? Hey, what does the word commute mean?
On a federal sense, it means, you know, whatever he was sentenced to, they're interjecting and closing it at that juncture, right? That means commute means time served. You're done. You're out of there. Good stuff, right? To me, it was symbolic. It's a step in the right direction in his regard. I'm pretty sure he's excited about it because he's been in solitary confinement for 30 years. You know what I mean? You know, at a supermax prison, not being able to contact or talk to anybody. So for him, I'm pretty sure that's a big deal, especially because he would have to go to a state prison in Illinois, which is probably closer to a lot of his family. So even if that's all that this amounts to, is still a better situation for him in that regard. But essentially, he would need the governor of Illinois to do the same thing that Trump just did. And from what it sounds like, a lot of Mayo babble think about the lives that he destroyed and selling narcotics for money. And hey, man, if that's the premise that we're going to use, it's a lot of people we need to go get and give 200 years then. And all of them don't look like me. You know what I'm saying? I've always said this and I'm going to continue to say it. Last time I checked, weren't no scientists in the hood. It was all cool when cocaine was a party drug and then somebody did some scientific concoctions to make it stretch and make it cheaper to get it to a community that couldn't afford it, because before crack cocaine, black people wasn't messing with cocaine like that, not on a large scale, because we couldn't afford it. So somebody said, you know what, let's make it more affordable for Negroes. And
right,
you know what I mean? And I don't think that person looked like me. So
not at all.
So, if we're gonna start thinking about stuff, we got 400 years of stuff to think about.
Yep.
It's always funny to me when they talk about us as a community. It's, oh my God, what he did to the community, like redlining didn't help. Like eminent domain didn't destroy it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Underfunding schools didn't participate in that. And
right.
Mass incarceration. And, there's a lot of things we should be looking back on. You know what I mean? So that's why that bothered me. But, for that brother, I hope, the best of scenarios for him. People have been out here campaigning for him a long time. There's a lot of people who gang bang and turn their life around. So I don't live by that theory of, because he was participated in gang banging or created a gang. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen y'all lock up nobody from the Klan. Known super dragons or whatever they call themselves, and
Grand Wizards.
Yeah, all that stupid stuff y'all got.
Grand Dragon. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, I mean, so none. It's amazing. None of these individuals are held to the same esteem, and I always wonder if it's the mayonnaise or what it is that protects them from this same onslaught of justice that needs to be served.
Right.
You know what I mean? There you go. Thank you, Rob. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Grand Dragons. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
double standard. You're right. Double standard.
That's my take.
Rob, please come on if you can. Please come on. Definitely, your commentary, your energy is definitely needed. You know what I'm saying? And appreciated. Yeah. Like you said, man. For me personally, I think this is it's one of those things where I think there's a bigger picture that's getting ready, or a grander scheme that's getting ready to happen, so to say. Mm-hmm. It's, hey, Negro, I gave you this right here to kind of blind you. It's if you ever watched that movie, Shaka Zulu, where, he gave that great analogy about the monkey putting his hand and grabbing the shiny object or the gourd. Now, paraphrasing a bit, how we can get distracted by that shiny object and still get blinded to the fact that we're about to get screwed over by something bigger. And I'm a little bit lost for words, but the grand scheme of it is, hey, I'm gonna do this for you, which is the shiny object by I'm gonna pardon or commute Larry Hoover. I'm gonna pardon NBA YoungBoy. I'm gonna go to the barbecue and I'm gonna do all this other stuff because there's something else that's gonna happen. And what's gonna happen is that they're saying that it's gonna soften the blow for exonerating or commuting Derek Chauvin.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
what's up, B-Rob?
What up, yo? Trying to be with the
cool. You sound nice and clear, man.
I was like, I didn't even know I could use my PC.
Yes.
Right?
And your headphones and everything, man.
Yeah, I was using my phone, just like hella ghetto. Come on.
Yeah. Nah, you got it, boss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, right on. Thanks for having me, yeah.
Hey, right on time, man. What's your thoughts, bro? I know you be listening and you be commenting, so we appreciate
you supporting, man. You're a great supporter too, man. Thank you for being family.
Oh, thank you. Geez, what topic are we on again, dude? We're talking about
Trump commutes Larry Hoover. Do you need me to play the clip?
Dude, go ahead, play the clip again.
Because there's order has just shifted the future for a Chicago gang leader who ran one of the most powerful criminal networks in the country. President Trump has commuted Larry Hoover's federal life sentence. Hoover's son posted a photo of Trump's signature with the caption, "Almost home." Hoover, who's now 74, once led the gangster Disciples. He has spent nearly 3 decades in a federal supermax prison in Colorado. Trump signed a 2-page order calling for his immediate release from federal custody. He was first locked up in the 70s for murder. In the 90s, he was convicted again, this time for running a criminal empire from prison. Federal prosecutors repeatedly opposed any form of early release. Ron Safer, who led the federal case, says he believes in mercy, but not for this.
I also believe that there are some crimes for which there is no forgiveness. I mean, think about the number of families that he destroyed through the illegal narcotics that he distributed for money.
Hoover is not necessarily walking free. He still has time to serve in Illinois for murder. We've learned Hoover will likely be transferred back to the Illinois Department of Corrections.
Catch the latest on this story at Fox 32 on Fox Local.
So, I mean, honestly, I think it's good that he is getting released, but
No. He's not getting released. He got commuted. So his federal sentence got commuted on the federal level, but he's still facing state charges in Illinois where he's serving 200 years.
oh yeah, I think he's gonna get pardoned on that. To be honest with you, it's kind of weird for him to actually do one and not the other. And I think this is me personally, I don't think he should be doing many years like that, man. There's way, way, way worse than that. And people are just walking in like 5 to 10. Like, this is why they always complain about the justice system being broken. And it's broken in so many freaking ways. But, hopefully everything works out for him on the other side of things. But to me, I think this is more of him this is all politics right here. He's just setting this up for him to just fall back on and said, well, I did this, and this. I think he's getting ready for that Diddy pardon. So it doesn't fall on that, bro. I think he's going to pardon Diddy, man. I'm willing to bet on that, bro. I'm willing to bet on that.
I got a list of people we pardoning before Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
He already planted the seed, bro. He was actually, I think it was like yesterday or the other day.
I just seen it today. I seen it where he said, well, I have to check the facts. Yeah. But that's spoken like one convict to another. You know what I'm saying? He's pardoned like so many other convicts. And he actually gave them jobs in the White House. You know what I'm saying? It's a convicted felony. It's a convicted felon party in the White House right now. Man, that's the new political party, the convicted felon party. You know what I'm saying? And he's the leader.
Well, I'm gonna blow my top if we waste a pardon on Diddy.
I'm telling you, he already said, I feel like he's been mistreated. I gotta look at it. If he's been mistreated, he'll jump on it. But at the same time, though, Trump was giving him a lot of hotel rooms over at the Trump Tower. So a lot of that stuff was going on over there. He was probably in on it.
A lot of these alleged freak offs were happening.
That's crazy.
That's disgusting.
But to your point too, though, Third, even if he goes the Derek Chauvin route, it's a similar situation. You know what I mean? Derek Chauvin got state charges too that he would have to get commuted, and Trump's not in charge of that. That goes down to the governor. So I don't know if Minnesota want to play that game. You know what I'm saying? Letting that man out and risking all out uprising again, you know what I mean, or something to that degree, because people gonna get to tripping. But I ain't gonna be out there. But with Trump, man, it's always a show, it's a spectacle. So that's how I look at it.
Who's the governor of Minnesota right now? They're Republican.
Whoa, hold on. I wish I could. Todd Crisley addresses racial injustice in prison for African American men following his pardon. Oh man, I wish I could. Where is dang it? I need to clip this up. It's basically a dude that just got pardoned by Trump. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I'm sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
No, I was like what Quest was saying is like the governor of Minnesota. Are they? Who is that? Is they Republican or Democrat Party?
Minnesota or Illinois? Which one? I think they're both Democrats.
Okay. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
probably not going to roll with him on that because if
Just
they're
because-
part of his party, yeah, he'll snap his finger and they'll do it.
Yeah, that's why I think they're both Democrats. Minnesota and Illinois. Let me look up Minnesota. Let me see. I'm not sure about
I
that.
can't
one.
remember.
Illinois.
Wasn't the governor of Minnesota? He was. I want to say he was Kamala Harris's running mate, right?
Yeah, Tim Walz. Yeah, he's Democrat.
Yeah.
Yep. There you
I
go.
got it mixed up with the one in Michigan. I was thinking it was a female. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh.
they both Democrats. So yeah, and I think they're not going to do it just on the basis that it would show him some support. You know what I mean? In some regard, because you know he gonna say it as soon as they do it. Yeah, they did it because of me, and I'm so
Or-
great.
it's kind of a catch-22 because he could be like, "Yo, I did my part. They're the racist ones," and point out them too.
Yeah, that's a hell of a play too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's an ugly one. Let's hope for the best for our brother, man. You know what I'm saying?
So there is another debate that we get. And I know, Rob, that you're a not traditional Hebrew brother, you know what I'm saying, in a sense, but there's people who
we're all Hebrews, bro. What are you talking about, dude?
There you go. You know what I'm saying? You're not the chocolate covered Hebrew brother, but you know, at the same time, I mean, but I like your objective, I like your perspective on the situation. Now, we have a lot of people that say that Trump actually cares for people who are not of his hue. Do you think that this move was sincere, or do you think that it was a political play?
All right. So when me and wifey were actually driving this morning to the Marietta courthouse to go do our filings and stuff, we were talking about this, right? Because this morning on the Breakfast Club, we saw Tommy on there. You know, I'm not sure if y'all know who she is, but she's that, you know, far right, you know.
Yes.
Everyone thought she was like the racist white reporter, but she was on there. And Charlamagne was just handling that interview just fine. You know, I seen her on the Daily Show as well. You know, she's defending herself on how she's not racist and she's pro-life, but yeah, she's far right, you know, stuff like that. And I sat here and I was like, dude, it just doesn't click for me, right? It doesn't click for me. I was like, because I've seen a lot of people of other colors really love this guy. And I'm like, why? Like, why? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, dude. Like, he gets a lot of celebrity backing, you know, from people I admire that I just don't get, you know, and I don't know if he's really sincere or not. The good part of me wants to hope he is, but at some time, you know, you got to look at it like you are who you are. You have a lot of things against you, man, that you've done and you handle very poorly that states otherwise. Dude, honestly, man, I don't know if he's really sincere or not, or he just does it to keep the media happy or some certain, you know, groups off his back, or, you know, so he can just go back and say, well, I did this, did this, did this. And regardless what he's done, I'll never forget his response to Charlottesville, like what he did over there and how he handled that and said, there are bad people on both sides. Like, dude, you're real POS for that.
Right.
Like, I'll never forget that right there. And I'll never look past it, especially, I mean, he's been proven to handle it. And then it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, even like John Jones, you know, I love John Jones, bro. I think he's better than Bruce Lee. I think he's the greatest MMA fighter of all time. I'll put it. Yeah, no, I say, you know, I said,
but yes,
my personal opinion, I put him above Bruce Lee, man, honestly. And how he reacted at the UFC event, I was like, what? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, man. Like, how do you turn a blind eye to this? Like, you know.
You know what I think it is where people get emotionally attached and get the sentiment misconstrued. Now, may Donald Trump be racist? Absolutely, he may be racist, right? But I think people are missing the point that Donald Trump is not your staunch outright racist. He's more of a classist, right? He's more. Donald Trump has, wealthy black friends, and those are the black people that he compares the rest of us to, right? So I don't think he's a racist in the typical sense, like, oh yeah, I just hate all black people. I think he hates poor black people. You know what I'm saying? The ones with money and show up to his parties and visit his properties and go to his events.
He tolerates them.
Yeah, I think he genuinely loves them because he gets to say, what most racist people say. I'm not a racist. I have a black friend named Diddy. You know what I'm saying? He gets to say stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think that's where people get it confused. And he's accolade based. You know what I mean? He does it all for the glory. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he does, it's always to gain the accolade to me. You know what I mean? He doesn't do much out of sincerity. I'm pretty sure he does something out of sincerity. I mean, he got kids and stuff, so maybe he's sincere with them. But for the rest of the world, if there's not a title and an accolade attached to it, I don't think he does anything outside of that realm. He wants his name on it. He wants the praise. He wants all of the glory that comes with being the best. And at 70, 80 years old, you don't just change overnight with that type of attitude.
I mean, he went out to go tweet about Shador Sanders, like he was talking, like what? I honestly believe he has a coach right next to him saying he didn't praise this person, this person, this person, this person, because it's going to make you look in a different light.
Yeah,
but
you want to know something cool? Me and Jess went to the store the other day. And I just looked out, saw this dude who was sitting in front of the store. He looked like he didn't have a ride, didn't have anything. It was a Mexican dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, looked like he didn't look Mexican American per se, but he sure enough had a Make America Great Again hat on. And I wanted to ask him, well, it must not be as great if you're sitting out here in the front. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta make it make sense. You sitting up here looking like you need some spare change, and what happened to the MAGA? You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought they were making America great for you. America not so great for you.
Maybe
right?
somebody gave it to him, man. He don't know. You know what I'm saying? It was hot. He was trying to get some shade, man. You know what I'm saying? Protect his melon.
I see it out here a lot too, man. It's crazy, dude. Like, it is crazy how Mexicans are like anti-Mexican, bro. Like, believe it or not, Quest, like one dude I grew up with since the 6th grade, bro, like was flat out one of my best friends growing up. That dude turned around and went full anti-Mexican. I'm looking at him like, dude, your mama would have slapped you. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I said it on the show before. I said, man, just based on the numbers, you could tell who was voting against their own best interest. But even in reality, you see it. Citizenized Hispanics don't like illegal immigrants. They don't.
I've never understood that.
For the most part, they don't. They always say it. I got my papers. I don't know why.
I've seen a lot of that too. This
shit's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the way I see it, man, is like, if you're gonna lose your job to someone who's a rapist, drug dealer, over here illegally, and all that stuff, man, you need to relook at your resume, man. Like, something's messed up, bro. Like,
I totally agree.
They're willing to like really do jobs that Americans don't want to do. Like, they care about this, and yeah. The way I see it, man, I'm old school. This country was built on immigrants, man, escaping. So it just trips me out, man.
What's up, Jess? We see you driving.
What up, Jess?
Hello.
Hey, Jess.
Hi.
We will make an exception for you today. What did you think about the guy we saw at the store the other day? No, we normally don't do the driving and We like people to sit still.
Hey, Jess just coming in here. It's girlfriend privilege. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, so. People get put to the back too. I'm cold with this remove. But what do you think about the guy that we seen at the store yesterday?
The guy we seen at the store. Oh boy.
With the MAGA hat.
Yes, whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
Didn't make a lick of sense, right? Didn't make a lick of sense, right?
No, it didn't. But he could have found that in the trash. You never know.
See,
and it needs to go back to the trash.
Maybe somebody gave it to him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe he needed a hat.
Maybe he needed a hat.
I don't know.
You gotta turn down a free hat.
Right.
I guess so.
It's about 100 degrees out here. I need a hat. I don't care.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wear that one, no.
Hey, maybe he keeping them people off his back. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
that part too. You know what?
It's a disguise.
You know what, bro? That was genius.
That's it. It's a disguise.
But
man.
we seen videos of that not working too, though. So
hey, he's undercover right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, blew up the man's spot. You know what I mean? He trying to chill in front of the
I ain't give up the location. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ratting, folks. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna jump off of that. Huh?
I said it's obviously in the IE.
Well, geez, I didn't even know. Nobody knows where this was at. It could have been in Timbuktu, you know what I'm saying? And we're giving up locations in cities. Okay, Jess, I thought I should live by the street code.
It's like 2 blocks. It's like 2 blocks away from your house.
The IE is a wide variety of cities, so
there you go. Yeah, it is.
I would assume you're not. No, yeah, whatever. All right, moving on. Hey, brother, if you're watching this, run. She said folks on you.
Gotta find a new spot, bro.
You gotta find a new spot to post. When you talking about the Stater Brothers and Dr. I'm just playing. All right, y'all. So we got one more topic to get to, and this has definitely been a fire breather of sorts. You know what I'm saying? Because on my thread, I'm trying to tell you over 200,000 views on the threads, and it's just it opened up a good healthy dialogue about depression, about mental health, or even just it isn't an excuse. You know what I'm saying, about life. You know, sometimes life be lifing, and it's about this woman who basically said that she had to quit her job because she couldn't take care of her basic needs. So I definitely want people to send this. Please share this. Invite women, because I want to hear some women perspectives on this. But definitely with this being May, with the end of May being Mental Health Awareness, I definitely want to open up the dialogue to talk about mental health. You know what I'm saying? So I will go ahead and I will play the clip, and then I want you guys' thoughts, views, and opinions on this.
I quit my job because I can't take care of my basic needs and work 40 hours a week at the same time. It's really hard to say this out loud and put it online, but I know that I'm not the only person going through this. I've almost been fired from every job that I've ever had, and it's not because I'm not smart. I actually tend to overperform in the beginning. It's just that after some time, I inevitably burn out once I wake up one day and realize that I haven't taken a shower in like 3 weeks. It's really frustrating because I know that I'm an intelligent person and I've been able to accomplish a lot of really amazing things in my life, but I still can't manage to take care of myself. And it's not just a matter of not trying hard enough or not being disciplined. If I could take care of my basic needs and work full time, I would have fucking done that by now and then some. It's a form of self-sabotage to honestly be putting so much energy into these executive functioning skills at work and not have anything left to give myself. It's like I would deadass wake up at 5 a.m., pace back and forth, start working at 7, finish work at 6, eat, sleep for dinner, and then crawl in bed at 8 o'clock. And it's like a part of me does feel insane by quitting at the verge of a recession. But it's like if I actually want to build a future for myself and get there in one piece, taking care of myself has to become my full-time job. I was not born to raise shareholder value. I'm actually meant to live a life, and I need to learn how to be a person in order to do that. So
All right, y'all. So real quick, well, I'm gonna have to cut this a little short, but what are your guys' thoughts on that?
What was you doing to be working from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.? Let's start with that, dude. To where you don't shower for 3 weeks. And if you say customer service, like, what was she doing? Like, that's crazy to me. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to analyze what the deal with mental illness is or anything when I don't know the whole story on it. Like, I mean, was she working as a nurse? Was she in, ICU or something? I don't know.
I think there was a lot to unpack in that short story. There was a lot of different things she was saying to me now listening to it all the way through. Because to be honest, when Third put stuff up, I try not to react to it so I get genuine reaction when we get on the show. Outside of what we talk about, I try to save my thoughts, views, and opinions for the actual show. So listening to her, I don't think it's the work, right? I think she may be overly dedicated. Maybe she was being exaggerative when she said she woke up and ain't showered in 3 weeks. If you waking up at 5 in the morning and you don't get to work till 7, and then you get home at 6 and you don't go to bed till 8, that's plenty of time to shower. You know what I'm saying? I would hope you would shower before you get in your bed at some point. So maybe she was just being exaggerative in that regard, because what it sounds
like. To interject real quick, that's my work schedule. I wake up every day at 5, got to be at work at 7, and sometimes I get home at 5 or 6. So yeah,
that's what I'm saying. On a regular 40-hour work week, I can find time to wash my ass. So that's you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be disingenuous. I'm just saying, like, I can understand. Like, even when I was managing the store, Third, you remember, man, I was doing probably 70, 80 hours a week sometimes. You know what I mean? Right. And still had time to wash my ass. You know what I mean? Every single day. But I think her deeper message that people may be glossing over is the fact that she doesn't want to work. She doesn't find not that she doesn't want to work. The fact that she doesn't find the work she's doing is fulfilling, which is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a field that
real quick, two pick. Jess, I'm gonna wait for you to get inside so you can sit down, and then I'll bring you back on the stage. Because right now your Wi-Fi is jacking up. All right, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I think that's the biggest. I think she doesn't find any fulfillment. Like she said, she does great and she overperforms in the beginning, and then it kind of tapers off, which means either she's not being challenged enough, or she doesn't find the work fulfilling. Which is it happens. You know what I'm saying? It's happened to me. Where I'd be at a job, like, and once you master it, it's kind of like, all right, man, I'm done with this shit. You know what I'm saying? It don't pay me enough to be doing all this now that I done figured out everything that needs to be done. Like, I need some more money or I need to go. You know what I mean? So I can understand that. And maybe she needs to start a business or find something that she loves and create income out of that, so it doesn't feel like work. That's what I gathered from listening to it.
Some of the thoughts. Go ahead, Rob.
No, I mean, makes perfect sense. Like, Third, you've been to my house, and you knew I was like, when I moved out here, I was working in San Diego, so I had the whole 6, leaving at 6 in the morning, getting home 8 at night. And like my man Quest, I still wash my ass at least twice a day, dog. Like, I'm not waking up until I hit that shower. So
right.
That's what I said. I'm a little confused here, dude, because like one is like, is she talking about her mental's not right and that's where it's all messed up at, or is it what he said? It's not fulfilling, because even I left my position as a general manager because I just was not caring about the drive anymore or putting in that kind of effort when I should be making that kind of money for myself.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I'm a little confused on.
Yes, are you good?
Yeah, she looked like she's stable now.
All right, so some of the comments that I got from Threads. This is from one user. She says, "As someone with ADHD and executive dysfunction, I completely understand her. I've never forgotten the shower, but I forget everything else. It's overload, forgetting to eat, struggling to focus, and still trying to achieve. So no one's disappointed in you. ADHD paralysis is so real." And unless you've been in it, you just wouldn't get it. I'm truly praying she gets some relief and some peace soon. Another person said, "You all in the comments are horrible and disgusting. Shows Black women can't be themselves. Depression is real, and to discredit her based on yourself, what would you do? Is out of touch. This is an example why we can't win. She's a cry for help. Sis, I've been there too many times. I'm so glad you do what makes you happy. I support everything." And then another person says, "It's as simple as wash your ass, the tub, outrun your water." And this is by a woman. Sit down in there, grab your rag and soap, lather it up, start together. Start from your face to your ears, and wash your chest, breast, stomach, and rinse the rag water as you. I get.
Okay, thank you. We didn't need a. we didn't need a.
It was a huge comment.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, was that a step by step?
Yeah,
She's giving a step by step. I'm starting. Okay, we're not. But so it's opened up a good. I don't know. I've been depressed before. You know what I'm saying? I had to go through a divorce and the death of a child, and I still have to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bills don't stop. You know what I'm saying? You still need a roof over your head. You still need to put food in your stomach. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're fortunate enough, you have a job that'll give you a couple of days or whatever to get yourself. But then there's some people who are not fortunate enough with that type of job. So I can see both sides of the spectrum. But Jess, what are your thoughts? Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Can you hear us, Jess?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
Hey, he was asking, what's your thoughts on the topic, man, about this lady and her situation?
I feel like it's different for women than it is for men. That's cool. Y'all could just go on about life and stuff like that, But for women, I'm glad this is brought up because it is still Women's Health Month. And for me, it is very difficult right now. And I don't have really nothing as major as like a death or anything at this moment. But yeah, just the basic life is pretty difficult right now. I just came from the doctor and my blood pressure is high and it's never been high. So it gets pretty rough. I don't know if this woman has kids. I really didn't hear the clip. For some reason, it was nothing for me. I seen the video, but I didn't hear what she was saying. But I don't know if this woman has kids. If she does, I feel for her because it's not easy. It is not easy at all.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about kids. Like, I didn't. That's the one thing I was looking, because I don't want to there's just too many open holes there. Like, I don't know what she does. Is she a single mom or what the kid? It doesn't sound like she's getting any help or she has a significant other. But at the same time, I don't want to base anything off of assumptions. But unfortunately, where we all live in great America, even if you're your own business owner or your own entrepreneur, you're going to be the hardest working one. So those 10-hour days are pretty much the way it goes. It really sucks. But I don't want to discredit her or anything else or act like, oh, well, I went through my own stuff and I still had to go to work. Like, some of us were raised that way, lace up your boots, just keep it going. But
I think to Jess's credit, that's the typical man thing. I don't think we get enough sympathy, or empathy. We're expected to perform, especially if you have a family, you have wife, you have kids, or whatever. We're expected to get up. We're given a few days, but then we got to get up. But with women, there comes with a lot more to where I understand it and I get it too. But you know, the cold part about it on this threads thing is that there's been a lot of women on here who have been saying, "What are you talking about?" There's one. This is from this one woman. She says, "Okay, I'm ready for the backlash. I have tough skin, so bring it." A wise teacher said, "Depression is simply a consumption with oneself. Try thinking and doing for others, and watch your life change." I know how it is to get into a funk, been down on myself, and lay in bed for days. But I got up and forced myself to refresh myself, smell good and look good, and go for all I want. Life is short, and we better live every day as its last. Losing my youngest daughter last year at 32 taught me that one for sure. You know, so that's coming from a woman.
But I mean, to Jess's point, as well, I think men handle emotional situations differently, right? Men sitting to themselves in dark places when they're going through something that's emotionally stressful usually takes them to a dark place. You know what I mean? So most men don't tend to sit still. We tend to try to be busy, right? We tend to try to stay out of our emotions. We tend to try to not think about it and just move on and kind of, you know, bury the pain or you know, fight through it in our own little ways. But with women being more emotionally driven and you know, hormonally, they have those situations as well. You know, that's a lot going on. So, you know, it is different for them in that regard. So I can see what Jess is saying there. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, even the queen, she'll just be in a little funk. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with nothing. And you know, as a man, I try to comfort her, but I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Because in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go just sit here and wallow. Like, get your ass up in bed. And, you know what I mean? Because that's what I would do. You know what I mean? And most people would think like, oh, well, shit, ain't even nothing wrong with you. Get your ass up. But you know,
there was another woman out here that said she just doesn't want to work. It just looks like she's looking for someone to take care of her. I mean, I'm saying like the comments have been so up and down over like the 2,000 some comments I've gotten. They've been mixed, but it's opened up a great dialogue. But like I said, I kind of had to run this short today. I had an emergency pop up, so I had to do this impromptu. Got everything running last minute, but I got to kind of get to getting. But so what we can do, we can put a toothpick in this topic because I love this topic because it's opened up a great dialogue. And I definitely want to delve more into like mental health or depression because, depression is something that I think we've all experienced that we all didn't even know that we were going through. And there's days where you just don't feel like getting up or you don't feel like doing anything. So what are some ways to actually help combat depression? Or what are some things to help get you out of that funk? So I want to definitely talk. And hopefully our perspectives, our experiences can maybe help somebody else going through the same situation so we don't have the sister, feeling overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, it's dope stuff, man. But you need community, man.
Definitely.
Always need community. It takes a village to raise a child, and adults need villages too. So,
yes, sir.
Like that. And on that note, I want to thank you for the YouTubers, thank you to the Facebookers. If you guys are watching me, you guys hit the like, share, subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, and the notification. If you're on Facebook, make sure you hit the like and the share. Make sure you stay up in the comments if you have anything else you want to add. Oh, much love to you, Jen. If you have anything else you want to add, stay in the comments. But I thank you for your support. Thank you for your love and continue to shine and thrive. And we will see you. Let's make it live for 2025. And we are out. And you guys have a good one. Peace.